Welcome back to our channel. Before we dive into our new topic in the Python learning series, please make sure to subscribe to UG Solutions. Your support helps us bring more educational content to you. Let's get started. In this video, we'll explore loops in Python, which are essential for performing repetitive tasks efficiently. There are two primary types of loops in Python: for loops and while loops. Let's go through each of them with examples.
Let's suppose you have to print numbers from 1 to 10. You will pass each number in print function and will repeat print function 10 times to display numbers from 1 to 10, right?
We can do this for few numbers only, but in case we have 100 or thousands numbers or something in our program which we have to iterate, then is this the way to write code, or is this an efficient way? We can perform the same operation by writing 2 lines of code. Here you can see.
Loops are one of the fundamental constructs that enable us to control the flow of our program. A for loop is a type of loop that repeats a block of code a specific number of times. A for loop in Python is structured like this. The range function has a few default settings. The initial value of I is 0. I is incremented by 1 each time the loop runs. This means if you want to execute a block of code a specific number of times, you use the for loop with the range function to control how many times the loop runs. Let's see this in action. In this Python program, n is an integer variable that prompts the user to input a number. We have another variable, sum, initialized to 0. We'll write a for loop to perform the addition operation up to the number n. In each iteration, sum will be increased by the current number I. Finally, we'll print the sum of numbers from 1 to n. For example, if the input number is 5, it will calculate the sum from 1 to 5. Let's also add a line of code to display the sum after each iteration. So here you can see print sum, displayed sum in each iteration. Multiplication table of a number using for loop. We took a variable n in which user input will be stored. Multiplication table of user entered number to display. For loop range from 1 to 11 means it will start from 1 and will end on 10. Then we'll print user entered number multiplied by I. I means each iteration of for loop. Equals 2, and will print the multiplication result in each iteration with n multiplied by I. Test the program by entering different numbers so that we can see the functionality of our program. This program will take a user input in string. Initialized a variable count to 0. For loop iterates over each character in the string. If the character is a vowel, either lowercase or uppercase, it increments the count. Finally, it prints the total count of vowels in the string. In this program, we'll learn how to write a program to calculate the factorial of a number. First, we'll prompt the user to enter a number. Next, we initialized a variable factorial to 1. This will store our result as we calculate the factorial. For loop to multiply factorial by each number from 1 to n. A cool thing about the range function is that you can add parameters to customize your loop. Initial is the starting value, end is the ending value, and increment is the amount I is increased each time. You can watch while loop tutorial in next video Loops in Python Part 2. Thanks for watching and stay connected.